Hey guys, thanks for stopping by the warehouse. My name's Tyson. I'm here with Chad Siebel, product manager from Tour. He's here to talk to us a little bit about your skates. So how about we start with your top dog here, the Taboo.
You bet, yeah. Taboo is our top dog, our top price point. We've basically tried to take our top price point and put everything we can possibly find into a skate and put it out there. And one thing to notice, we are inline hockey. It's kind of what we do all day long. Mm-hmm. That is our passion. We listen to players and we try and do that. So this skate's designed for the optimum, the top end player, the guy that's out there. And to me, when you look at my competitors compared to this, we're about $100 less, and I think we outspec them. And that's kind of what we try and do. We have a very comfortable skate. Mm-hmm. We have our quilted lining in all our skates.
Now, why'd you guys decide to go with the quilted liner?
Well, the quilted liner, what that does, it just kind of gives it kind of that pillow feel, that comfort feel. And it's not a huge thing, but when you're putting your foot in there, it just kind of cushions your foot quite a bit. And then with our L locks in there, it locks your ankle in, so you're not going to get the blisters and everything like that in our skates. Great.
And then, going on from there, you guys are also known for having that all one size wheel, so the all 80s. Why'd you guys decide to go with that frame setup?
Well, years ago when we were out kind of in the sales floor, we would be looking out there and it would be, we had the same wheels as our competitors, we had the same frame as our competitors, we had the same high-low system as our competitors. Everything was virtually the same, so we wanted to have an edge. So we started messing around with a bunch of different things, and actually I tested a bunch of things on there. We had 3 100 millimeter wheels, we had a big 90 millimeter on the back. None of these things really kind of worked for us all that well until we kind of stumbled on this frame. And what we really enjoy about this, and I think what I want to kind of talk about for a second, if I could, the all 80 setup and what the benefits are. Now everybody will kind of know that you're going to get bigger speed out of a bigger wheel. I mean, Definitely. That is kind of what you're going to get. That's a no-brainer. But what you're going to get here also is your contact patch on the floor. If you've got an 80 millimeter wheel on the front when you're starting off, say, you're going to have more urethane contacting the floor, which gives you a bigger area to push off of.
Definitely.
So you'll have a better push. Now also what is kind of not known is when you have this much urethane between the wheel, between the hub and the floor, that urethane's going to bend more and kick back more.
Okay.
So that's going to give you a kick off your push more than a 72 millimeter will. And also when you're turning, if you have 72s or 76s even on the front, the 80s are going to have more urethane to hold onto that edge and bend and push off longer. So you're going to hold turns longer and you won't slip out of those turns.
So you can cut just a little bit harder.
You're going to cut a little bit harder. You're going to hold that turn a little bit longer. So you're going to get better grip is basically, you're going to have bigger contact patch, bigger grip, and of course bigger speed. And kind of the last thing if I could hit up on there is, all we did on this frame, if you had this boot, we took the 72s off, we put 80s on, and we recessed them in the outsole. So we did not change the pitch of the boot at all. We did not change the distance from the floor at all.
So you're not feeling like it's going to have the same feeling as you would on another skate.
Exactly.
The
pitch of the boot is the same. That's what's going to give you your forward lift, is the pitch of the boot. It's not the wheels on the bottom. It's not going to do that. You got big wheels on the front, you're not leaning back. Due to the pitch of the boot, we didn't change that at all from any of the high-low skates we've ever had. Yeah, our top 3 skates, when you go into the Cobalt Q, and you come onto the Cobalt or the 9.9. What we've done here, the Cobalt Q was last year's top model. Sold really, really well. We added some technology, and mirroring effects in our Taboo, and this was selling still fairly well. We didn't want 2 boots at the same price point. We'd already kind of, covered some of the initial cost of this boot. We just brought that boot down to a different level, brought out the Taboo. So these are our top end skates. I mean, they're kind of made for the same type player. Differences here and there are, some of the components and some of the different things. Some of your liners, a little bit better here and there. This has, like a moose leather liner, which is a great liner. This is a little bit more of the sponge leather liner up here and up here. So you're just kind of upping yourselves in the components, upping yourselves in the bearings as you go higher in these. But these are all very high performance skates. They're going to have the same comfort level, the same fit level. Basically what we kind of pride ourselves in with Tour with our boots is when you're going to get in our boot in the store, it's going to, if it fits your foot. Our boots, we're not going to say our boots fit everybody.
That's a good point.
Our boots fit, we think, a majority of people because they are a little bit of a wider fit. But we think people are wearing more flip-flops, more running shoes. They're not wearing those constrained boots. So you're used to a little bit more comfort. Okay, and that's why we make them a little bit wider than normal. But if you've got a very narrow foot, maybe my boot's not great for you. But we think we fit the majority of people out there in our boots. And these 3 top-end skates, if you're a top-end player, Any of these 3 top-end skates are going to do the job for you. You're going to get comfort and performance, and by the way, very lightweight out of them, yeah.